Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Modern Tech News. Let's get started. Chipotle says Beyond Meat Impossible Foods products haven't been added into the menus, and here's why. Several fast food chains have added Beyond Meat or Impossible Foods products to their menus, but Chipotle has steered clear on jumping on the plant-based protein bandwagon. Chipotle CEO Brian Nicole told Yahoo Finance on Tuesday that he spoke with makers of Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat, but ultimately decided not to add plant based protein onto the Mexican fast food chain's menus because it did not follow the company's strict food quality standards. That is why they had an E. coli outbreak last year. Nicole said that the plant based meat was still processed food and adding to it will go against the chain's motto, food with integrity. Chipotle prides itself on sourcing the very best ingredients it can find, preparing them by hand. It was also the first fast food chain to eliminate GMO from its ingredients. Moving on. Facebook approached Netflix, Disney to support TV chat device. Facebook has approached Netflix, Disney, and other media companies about putting their stream services on new Facebook device for making video calls from televisions, the information has learned. The device, which Facebook is aiming to release this fall, will use the same video calling technology that is in Facebook's camera equipped smart speaker called Portal, which has a screen recording of its own and is designed to sit on the kitchen counters and desks. According to two people from familiar with the project and documents viewed by the information, the new device, codenamed Catalina, will also come with a physical remote and streaming video services similar to other television boxes like Apple TV. In addition, Netflix and Disney, Facebook has also approached Hulu, HBO, and Amazon about making their streaming services available on their device. In addition to Netflix and Disney, Facebook has approached Hulu, HBO, and Amazon about making their streaming services available on the device. The news site Cheddar last year revealed Facebook's plan to make a television connected device, but the company's approach to the media companies and its plans for a fall release date haven't previously reported. The status of the talks with the media companies haven't been learned. All right, moving on to Tesla Model 3 gets a 5-star safety rating after several crash tests. Australia's leading car safety organization has given among its highest safety ratings to Tesla Model 3 luxury executive sedan, which is also the top-selling electric vehicle produced by Tesla. The Australia's New Car Assessment Program, ANCAP, a car safety performance assessment for Australia and New Zealand, said Model 3 scored a perfect 5-star ANCAP safety rating for its excellent performance in the areas of occupant protection and active collision avoidance. Quote, "This is an impressive result and great to see electric vehicles continuing to prioritize safety," said ANCAP CEO James Goodwin. "It is encouraging to see Tesla give equal attention to the active safety systems and technologies on board, as well as the safety fundamentals through structure and restraints." Moving on to AI. AI should be recognized as inventor in this BBC article. An artificial intelligence system should be recognized as the inventor of two ideas in patents filed on its behalf, a team of academics says. The AI has designed interlocking food containers that are easy for robots to grasp and a warning light that flashes in a rhythm that is hard to ignore. Patents offices insist innovation are attributed to humans to avoid legal complications that would arise if corporate inventorship were recognized. The academic says that this is outdated and it could see patent offices refusing to assign any intellectual property for rights for AI generated creations. As a result, two professors from the University of Surrey have teamed up with Missouri-based inventor Dabus A. I. Dabus Al, sorry for mispronouncing the name, to file patents in the system's name with relevant authorities in the UK, Europe, and US. The current quote, "The current state of technology development suggests that the foreseeable future AI is a tool by a human inventor. Quote, the EPO is, of course, aware of discussions in interested circles and the wider public about the AI qualify as inventor. The EPO is the European Patent Office, by the way. The UK's Patents Act of 1977 currently requires an inventor to be a person, but the Intellectual Property Office is aware of this issue. The government believes that the AI technologies could increase the UK's GDP by 10% in the next decade. Moving on, we still have AI. National Security Commission sets dates for its big AI report. When it comes to deciding the future of AI, it will be a question of the 117th Congress. That is the most concrete conclusion from the July 31st, 2019 publication of the initial report from the National Security Commission on Artificial Intelligence, sent to the Congress per legislative mandate. That establishing the report is a less comprehensive look at the state of play of AI and more of an outline of what exactly the Commission plans to write about it in the future. Quote, one of the reasons we elected not to give early recommendations in July 2019 is we do not want to have to change them based on the fast pace of technology, end quote, said work. Open quote, this is going to be a challenge for us because it is moving very fast, end quote. There are two main ways the Commission is staying abreast of technology. The first is dividing the focus into 4 working groups, each with a more narrow area of focus. The first working group, led by Andrew Moore of Google, formerly Carnegie Mellon, is focused on maintaining US global leadership in AI research. The second, led by Oracle CEO Safra Catz, is focused on maintaining the leadership but in AI national security applications. The third is led by Jose Mary Griffiths of Dakota University, is focused on preparing citizens for an AI future and more narrowly on the needs of modern STEM-dependent workforce for a government and the Department of Defense. The fourth working group, led by Jason Matheny, formerly of IARPA, is tasked with international competitiveness and cooperation in AI. Besides the groups themselves, the composition of the Commission leans heavily on people in the same sectors of technology industry that are intimately intertwined with what defense might need to procure. Asked if this might present a conflict of interest with, say, people who have financial stake in the government contracts making recommendations to Congress, Work said that the process has far been self-policing. The methods used include commissioners self-identifying their respective companies' interests when relevant and also making recommendations by consensus. Eric Schmidt, Commission Chairman and former CEO of Google, and I are trying very hard to have all the Commission recommendations be a consensus recommendation, preferably unanimous, said Work. That provides a measure so one person isn't able to tilt the playing field. The Commission is also careful not to replicate work being done by other future-looking AI avenues, like the Defense Innovation Board, also carried by Smith, and wants to make sure that the Commission reports are a value add. In the meantime, the Commission plans to continue its work in both classified and unclassified briefings. November will likely be the first time the public gets a glimpse into what the Commission is exploring with regards to AI and not just what is being explored. Moving on. Intel, Baidu signed a 3-year deal to collaborate in cloud, AI, and 5G. The agreement involves around Intel optimizing its platforms and products for Baidu's core business areas. Intel and Baidu Thursday announced a new 3-year agreement to collaborate on technology related to Baidu's core businesses, namely cloud, AI, autonomous driving, 5G, and edge technologies. Building on 10 years of partnership, the deal revolves around Intel optimizing its platforms and products for the Chinese tech giant. More specifically, the two companies will optimize Intel technology for a wide range of Baidu's platforms, products, and services. Baidu's AI's cloud, its mobile search/feed, video streaming, the AI platform, Baidu Brain, Baidu's deep learning platform, Paddle, its autonomous driving platform, Apollo, and the voice assistant platform, Dear OS. The deal illustrates Intel's efforts to serve as a stronger strategic partner for customers to build up in its data centric business. 2 weeks ago, Intel and SAP announced multi-year partnership focusing on optimization of Intel's platforms for SAP's enterprises applications. And earlier this year, when Intel released its broadest portfolio of Xeon processors to date, along with other chips, memory, and storage solutions, the company stressed its close work with customers to address their specific needs. Thank you for tuning in to the Modern Tech News, and this has been all. Thank you.